Hi guys, so today for math we are going to be talking about supplementary angles. So it's kind of similar to complementary angles, but a little bit different. So this is another part that we're kind of adding in to chapter 11. So the definition of a supplementary angle is when two angles add up together to equal 180 degrees or a straight line. So both angles here, you'll notice that one angle will always be acute, one will be always kind of small, right? And then the other one will always be obtuse, a bigger angle, unless both angles are right angles. So for example, if this line right here, this ray, if this was straight up and down, we would have two 90-degree angles on both sides, right? So that's the only time you would see the angles not being one acute and one obtuse, but otherwise that should always be the case, okay? So let's take a look at this example. In this example, you'll notice we have our straight line and two angles that are making up that straight line are 120 degrees, so that's this angle, and 60 degrees is this angle. Added together, they should both equal 180 degrees. As you can see, they're both forming a straight line when they're put together. So when I add 120 plus 60, it should equal 180 degrees. So let's try it together. So here you'll see our straight line. What two angles are making that straight line? Well, here's our obtuse angle, 118 degrees. And here's our unknown angle. We don't know what this is. We want to find the unknown angle, this acute angle. So to do that, just like in the complementary angle lesson, we're going to do the inverse of addition, which is subtraction, the opposite. So I can find that missing angle by doing 180 minus 118. And whatever's left will be our little angle here. So you can pause the video for a second, go ahead and figure out 180 minus 118. All right, so let's see what that little angle is. So after I subtracted 180 minus 118, I got 62. So that means this little acute angle is 62 degrees. And that's what I was trying to find, that unknown angle. Let's try another one. So here we have 130 degrees plus what would equal 180. So again, both of these angles added together are going to give me a straight line, 180 degrees. So that makes them supplementary angles. So my first supplementary angle is 130 degrees, that big obtuse angle. I want to try to find the acute angle, that little small angle represented as x. So do you remember what to do? I'm subtracting, right? So make sure you subtract 180 minus 130 and see what you get. Try it right now. All right, so let's take a look. After I subtracted, I got 50 as my answer. Hopefully you got 50 as well. So the little angle is equal to 50 degrees. So my two supplementary angles here are 50 and 130 because they equal 180 when you put them together. So the takeaway of this lesson, just remember that supplementary angles are two angles that when you add them together, they equal 180 degrees or a perfect straight line. And you can always find that missing angle by subtracting from 180 degrees, since that's that total amount. That doesn't change, right? So pretty short, quick and easy, kind of like the complementary angle lesson, except that one, the only difference was that two complementary angles equal 90 degrees. This one is 180 degrees, a perfect straight line. So you can go ahead and complete the exit slip that goes along with this and the form on GoFormative. If you haven't made an account on there yet, please try to do that. If you have trouble, let me know. I can help you guys get on there. If you have any questions about supplementary angles, ask me any questions that you have. All right, good luck.